Yes, guys, welcome back to the Arsenal podcast with me, Kosi. It is the early paper talk, early Arsenal paper talk. We are going to be talking about what is trending out there in the papers, what is trending out there on blogs and websites around Arsenal. What are the latest details? What are the latest stories around Arsenal? So stick with me till the end. Do one thing, subscribe down there, like the video. Never forget to smash the like button as well as the subscription button. It means a lot. It really means a lot, blood. So how are you guys, and how was your night? Tell me where you're watching from and tell me how your night was. But of course, I'm going to start right away with Aour, linked with Arsenal, high profile player. He catches corona, blood. He caught corona somehow. I don't know. You guys are gonna ask me that. Where did he get it from? I don't know. I don't know how he caught for corona. But news is trending. All over that he could actually miss the French League One opener against Dijon. He has to go in self quarantine and so on. So he could actually miss the opener, and this could actually affect his transfer to Arsenal and so on. Because of course if a player catches corona, there are all those risks and fears around the deal. So probably maybe Arsenal will resume the deal when it gets better. But for now, I think the deal is going to be at standoff because the players caught coronavirus. The story is almost 10-20 hours. I saw it and I was like, really, what is really going on? So Aour has caught coronavirus. That's going to really affect his transfer to us. Now, you remember, guys, Gabriel Magalhaes is has delayed to be announced because he's in quarantine. I really don't understand why he went into quarantine. But most of the blogs are reporting that he is in quarantine. So maybe Aour is also going to come in and go into quarantine or something like that. But of course, that is the latest update around Aour. If you want the latest news about Aour transfer, just watch Kosi Media, and of course you can track back on the last video we did yesterday. We were talking about Aour and his latest update. So the biggest news, and not the best of news although, is that he has caught corona and he is now in quarantine and of course under treatment. Of course, I know it's gonna get healed because you remember Mikel Arteta healed and so on. So probably now, away from that, Emiliano Martinez is going to be getting off Arsenal's squad, and of course he's going to be sold. That is to fundraise money for Thomas Partey. Do you take the deal or do you not take the deal? Let me know in the comment box. Let me know your opinion by commenting. Now, Arsenal is set to sell Emiliano Martinez at 20 million because the player cannot get first team football. That is courtesy of Leno, and of course for him, he says, I want to play game in, game out. I don't want to sit on the bench anymore. I'm not going to be a bench player for Arsenal all my life. I've been at Arsenal for some time and I want to be the number one goalkeeper. Arsenal have already made their choice that Bernd Leno is going to be first goalkeeper. Is going to be our first goalkeeper, and so it's going to be very hard for Emi Martinez. However much he did well in the FA Cup, however much he did well in the during the end of the season, I think Bernd Leno stays as the number one choice goalkeeper for Mikel Arteta and Arsenal as well. Now, Arsenal set to sell Emiliano Martinez to Italy or wherever he wants to go, or to whoever who wants him, so that they can actually get in Thomas Partey. It is believed that Arsenal have already made a Thomas Partey bid ready. That is 40. What I've seen is 40 plus 10. That is 50 million pounds for Thomas Partey. Of course, that's just enough. Because that is what Atletico Madrid are looking for. They're looking for just 50 million in Thomas Partey. His spokesman did come out yesterday, and he said that he will only go out of Atletico Madrid if he is no longer needed. That's what he said. He said Partey will get out of Madrid when he is no longer needed. But of course, we we have seen Atletico Madrid are very close to getting a Thomas Partey replacement in the names of Marc Roca. Now, what does that mean? It means that basically, if you're replacing a player, you're actually going to sell them. You want to sell them. You see that the deal is very imminent, and they can move on. I think Atletico Madrid never wanted to sell Thomas Partey before being sure they can actually get a replacement. Now that they can actually get the signature of Marc Roca, probably we can actually get the player himself, Thomas Partey. Now the news is that Arsenal is preparing a 50 million bid for Thomas Partey. They have it ready. I don't know where they have got the money, but most news or most stories are suggesting that Arsenal will have to first sell 3-4 players. That is to get the money to fund the Thomas Partey deal. First and foremost, Emiliano Martinez, I've talked about him, is valued at 20 million. Lucas Torreira is also the other player who could be on his way out of Arsenal. Hector Bellerin is also linked to a move away from Arsenal. All those players could actually leave in the name of fundraising money for Thomas Partey deal. So my question is, guys, would you sell 4 or 5 players at Arsenal to bring in Thomas Partey? In my opinion, I would say there are a couple of players that you look at and you're like, yeah, even if he goes to Leeds or somewhere, it's better for him and it's better for the club. But there are some players like Aour, players that I think that have a big future at Arsenal. We should not rush into getting Thomas Partey and sell off everything we have. This is what I've been talking about almost 2 weeks back. Why do we have to create goalkeeping issues, goalkeeping problems to solve midfield defense, midfield problems? Why do we have to create striking problems to solve the defense? Because Emi and Leno are very top class goalkeepers, and it's very hard to see a club that like like Arsenal. You have 2 top goalkeepers in your club. It's like United. They have De Gea, they have Henderson, Dean Henderson, and they also have they have this third goalkeeper, Romeo. They also have Sergio Romero. So you can see it's very hard to have top quality goalkeepers at the same time. But why do you want to sell Emiliano Martinez? Why don't you just devise means of getting 50 million and bring in Thomas Partey? Because at the end of the day, when Leno gets injured, we are going to go back to the same defensive cries that we had survived 2, 3, 4 years back. Emi has been at the club. He knows how things run. He's one of the most loyal players at the club. I remember him, even when, Wojciech Szczesny was still at Arsenal, and, he came in as a young goalkeeper. Emi was at Arsenal and he was really confident, patiently waiting for his time. He thought his time had come, and now it seems that Leno is going to be the first goalkeeper. So for me, I like Leno, and I would go with Leno, but still I wouldn't sell Emi Martinez. So guys, what do you think about the Partey deal? It is in the media, looming around everywhere. Thomas Partey bid. Arsenal is preparing. Has a Thomas Partey bid ready, around 45 million. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense for me, because Arsenal, we have just had enough noise. We have just had enough noise about around that deal, and that's why I still believe it's going to happen, because there is just enough noise. And I just like it when journalists like Fabrizio Romano report about it. They show you that the problem is with Arsenal. Get the money, take it to Atletico, get the player, because the player has already chosen to play for us, and we have already chosen that he's the kind of player we want. So I think it is better. It is better we go for Thomas Partey, but we should not sell Martinez. Let us sell other players that are really crap. Now, the Gabriel Magalhaes transfer, I've been talking about it, and you guys, I think you are well updated. I think the reason as to why his announcement is pending, I think there are 2 reasons. One, Arsenal is still waiting to negotiate and crack a deal with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, so that both players can be announced at the same day. And also the player has been in quarantine for some time. So maybe after his quarantine period is over, that is probably next week. That's when Arsenal is going to come out and unveil the player. And of course, as soon as Arsenal unveil the player, I'm going to come here and give you all the stories, and of course all the news around that deal. So guys, today we are playing Liverpool against in the Charity Shield. So Drop me your predictions. Do you think we can beat Liverpool? Yesterday it was a massive show in the preview, and today we shall have Arsenal versus Liverpool reaction. I may not do the watch along, but I'll do the reaction. So remember to tune in, guys. I love you. Have a good day.